Hello, my name is Kaitlyn B. Jones, and I am the founder and the director of The Black Ordinary. The Black Ordinary is inspired by my great-grandmother, Jessie Sampleton Mayberry, who is 104 years old, and I have been blessed to know my entire life. One particular morning I was visiting a few years ago, and she just got to talking over coffee. And if you're Black, you understand that it's very hard sometimes to talk to elders about their lives. They either don't think it's that important, or these things are really painful for them to bring up. But this morning she was just particularly talkative. And so I pressed record on my cell phone and got about 3 hours worth of just oral history. And it was just a really beautiful moment. The Black Ordinary has 3 pillars: art, archives, and autonomy. Art referencing the different ways that artistry and creativity is an innate characteristic of Blackness. I think that the embodiment of Blackness, existing as a Black person in America, is innately an artistic practice. It takes skill and it takes creativity to exist in a Black body. Archives refer to the tangible ways that history is preserved, whether that be oral history or documentation, videos, photos. Autonomy is about analyzing traditional archival practices and figuring out how to return power back to the people who the history is actually about. The Black Ordinary's collective memory database features archives and archival projects that are rooted in community-based work and are led by Black Americans from the communities that the history is about. And I want to emphasize that the value of these histories is not based upon the output of these individuals. My great-grandmother's stories didn't have anything to do with her inciting a national movement or being the first to integrate something. They were ordinary, and they were extraordinarily ordinary because her stories talked about joy, they talked about community, they talked about family. I think this work is very important because it highlights the ways in which Black Americans are leaning away from institutionalized practices and really focusing on what it means to lean into one another, really focusing on what it means to lean into creativity, to use art as a way to preserve histories, to expand our knowledge of histories, to investigate our own familial histories. I hope that you'll continue to support this work and support this project and this platform as it grows and as it widens its reach. If you're not already, follow us on Instagram at The Black Ordinary. Check out our website, theblackordinary.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Black Ordinary. There's many different ways to connect. And be sure to check out our podcast too. New episodes drop every first Monday. Thanks, y'all.